It's game number 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals here on EA Sports. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They were winners in Game 1, as expected, on their home floor. They'll look to build on that advantage here at home in Game 2.
And Game 1 went as expected. But now, as the higher seed, you still got to take care of business in Game 2. As a road team, all you're looking to do is split one of these first 2 games.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Lowry. Short jumper won't go down. To Simmons. And a chance coming up at the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. First one goes down. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Lowry into the front court. Just underway. Happier with us for Game 2. Joel Embiid sends it away. That'll get out off the Raptors. Simmons. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Here's Simmons with it up top. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. That pass taken away by Toronto. Lowry to Thompson. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Yes, Klay Thompson. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. Lays it up and in.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Thompson on the drive, but his shot rims out. Harris to Embiid. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Lowry with it. Down 2. Thompson. Yes, Klay Thompson. 3 for 4. Good start.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Down the lane to lay it in.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Lowry to Thompson. Screen coming. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Sixers control it. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. That's now 5 in a row without a single miss.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. 14-10 to score. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. Nothing going here on that drive. From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Lowry trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. Simmons fires the three. Oh, that's how it's done.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Rebound Horford to Richardson. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Gets a look, can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Goes to the left side. Beyond the arc for three. Not done yet. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Shot from the lane won't go. Pascal Siakam, strong finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
We've reached the end of the first quarter here in game number 2. We're back with more after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference Finals on EA Sports. good start to this one. After one quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Screen coming. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Fred VanVleet. Sixers able to clear the rebound. And he'll go to the foul line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Burke with it. 2-point advantage. And one. Embiid. Good. Through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Unable to connect on the free throw. Fred VanVleet to Stanley Johnson. The pass set it all up.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket and scores.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Fred VanVleet to Powell. Here comes the screen. And he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does two things. Number one, it creates distance in a hurry. Number two, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is the difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of his shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. To Powell. To Ibaka. Has a look. Shot by Ibaka. Won't go down. Burke with it. Lead is 2. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Lowry to VanVleet. Wide open look, won't go. Simmons into the front court. Leads 4. That'll get out off the Raptors. It remains Sixers basketball. Marc Gasol. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Josh Richardson sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Short jumper won't fall. It was right there. Across the timeline, it's Lowry, trailing by 4. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
To Simmons. 4-3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Lowry to Gasol. And count the basket inside.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it. Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 66% in this contest. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Gasol. Joel Embiid swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Strong finish at the rim for Marc Gasol.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Simmons with it. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Thompson to Lowry. That's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Easy path to the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Pascal Siakam to Gasol. Marc Gasol, 4 out of 7.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Joel Embiid pins it. That's his 3rd block this evening. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Let's get right into the action here.
And it's still anyone's game at this point. I get the feeling it won't be decided until the final moments.
Have a look at the leading scores. And while it's not a big deficit, they should pretend like they're getting blown out. They benefit from that kind of mentality in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
Simmons did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Nothing going here on that drive. Josh Richardson cleans it up. The follow won't go either.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Lowry into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Here comes the screen. Lowry. Not that time. He misses. Harris. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Zaire Smith at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Lowry into the front court. Leads a bucket. Here comes the screen. And he connects at the line. Lowry. To Gasol. Marc Gasol. With that, he's 5 for 9.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
And scores. Strong take.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Lowry. Whoa! What a finish!
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Richardson from long range. Josh Richardson is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 78% at the line. First free throw is good. Second and 3, got it. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Gasol. Sizing up the defense. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Harris to Simmons. For 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Lowry with it. Tie game. Third quarter. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense.
Oh. Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Fred VanVleet to Thompson. Nice pass to set things up.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Richardson. Lets it fly from long range. That's good D. Shot no good. Yes, Klay Thompson. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Pascal Siakam rejects it. Ooh, 5 now. Toronto with the basketball.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Joel Embiid tips it. Incredible. 6 tonight.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Into the front court comes Simmons. His guys trail now by 4. To Richardson. Fires the 3. Off the mark. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Fred VanVleet to Stanley Johnson. Thompson, great look and vision. Pascal Siakam, strong finish. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out. Johnson to Ibaka. From the painted area, won't go down. Working hard on the glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Deep three at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Raptors have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Substitution being made in this one. Simmons to Richardson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one, count it. And he hits the second. And he missed it. 2 for 3 on this trip. Toronto has the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Won't go down. Another shot won't go either. Richardson to Simmons. Richardson.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Josh Richardson is going to get 3 shots here. Hasn't missed yet. Misses the first. second of 3, no good. And he goes 1 for 3 on this trip to the line. Trying to cash in. And it's Simmons with the rebound. Embiid to Richardson. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Runner's good there.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Nothing going here on that drive. Simmons goes to the left side to Richardson. Here's a chance from long range, and he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
First one goes down. It's the second. One more coming. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Powell. Nothing going here on that drive. Powell to Thompson. And he knocks it down at the line. Fred VanVleet knocks it down from mid-range.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Leads 1. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Off the mark. Simmons with it. Up by 3. Slam dunk.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Fred VanVleet to Powell. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. Powell to VanVleet. Able to convert inside.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
And throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Al Horford with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Thompson buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Down 4. Pascal Siakam to Thompson. Pascal Siakam to Thompson. Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, the slam popped out. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Trailing by 4. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Thompson to Lowry. Pascal Siakam to Gasol. Scores from the post.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Embiid, good for 2.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. It'll stay Raptors basketball. Thompson buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Simmons to Richardson. Beyond the arc for 3. And Josh Richardson, zero hesitation on that one. Buries the 3.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch. But great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Here comes the screen. And here's the foul. Right now it's a 2-possession game. So if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious. They've taken the upper hand in this best-of-7 series. A 2-games-to-none lead. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Raptors are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Simmons.
Gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.